Hi guys, welcome back to your daily tarot cards. These are your daily tarot cards for Thursday, June 10th, 2021. Throne Thursdays. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones tarot cards. So we do have the solar eclipse today. It's also a new moon, so the energy is going to be high for 72 hours. So definitely set your manifestations. What do you want to release? You know, we do have fear, worry, and doubt. I know a lot of you have been reaching out to me saying like, you know, you're going through the same anxiousness. I have been too. You know, I definitely feel like, you know, I've been talking about this all week. This, the lunar eclipse, the new moon energy, and Mercury retrograde. Definitely, you know, I know my electronics usually take a toll. I busted my phone. And, you know, like I said, my electronics always take a toll. But it's just like, you know, I don't think, well, if you go unscathed through the whole thing, like, you're very lucky. You know, and that's something to be grateful for. So, you know, not only with the new moon is very Pisces, very reflective, you know, being thankful for what this process has given you, this cycle has given you, and then set your intentions, what you want this new cycle to bring you. Definitely a great time to take advantage of this. You know, someone that's close to me that I've been reading for a very long time, you know, I said springtime for them, and it's finally come to fruition for them. So I definitely feel like this is a great time to thank universe, and you know, as much as we ask from them, being really appreciative. Remember that grateful, that gratitude towards everything that we receive in life. So we're starting with the moon. I definitely feel like they're opening the door and bringing things to light because, you know, very hermit energy that we got earlier in the week, but definitely like shining the light on a lot of situations. I think bringing a lot of truths because we are in our head, you know, and it looks like it was dark, right? This room's dark. We open, you know, the door and there's the moon, you know, shining this big bright light, bringing all that light into our life. So definitely showing to us like a lot of things that we can be grateful for. We have the Three of Spears, so definitely saying you're a strong, independent person. You're looking out over your future. It is an emotional situation, but I feel like, you know, when I was reading for IG, they were showing me this golden husk of corn. So we kept getting the Seven of Pentacles saying like, yes, you have planted seeds. You're starting to see them sow, but it's not time to harvest. But now we have this full grown husk of corn ready to be harvested. So I feel like, you know, universe is going to start to deliver. They are highlighting, you know, great celebrations. You know, this is all about engagements, marriage. We do have the King of Cups here. We you know, the Three of Spears and the Four of Spears definitely talk about this time of celebrations and new love possibly making its entry. You know, buying new homes, going on vacation. So definitely a lot of highlighting a lot of stuff. Again, shining the light on the situation. You know, love possibly coming in. This could also be someone standing by your side with a cup of unconditional love. They could be highlighting someone already present in your life. And sometimes we don't, you know, we forget that, like to have that kind of person in your life. You know, sometimes we sit there and get in our head about that and forget how important it is to have, you know, a knight, you know, someone willing to go to battle for you, you know, by your side. We have the Four of Cups, and I definitely get with the two fours. I feel like they're saying that you have a stronger foundation as you move forward. You know, some of these trials and tribulations we went through was to take us back to ground zero and start again and build a stronger foundation so there's no cracks in the foundation this time. Release all fear, worry, and doubt. So if you're working on releasing something in this new moon, maybe an insecurity, you know. I just read something on IG, you know, things that trigger us is what we still need to heal. So we're feeling anxious. It's like, what are we feeling anxious about? You know, and bringing things to light. Like, is this actually something we need to worry about? You know, or is it just something that's happened where it's like you're a tower moment where it hasn't given you this insecurities, you know, sometimes in the new moon cycles. And then we have balance. We've been getting this all week, finding the balance in life, getting ourselves grounded. You know, I definitely feel like with the Nine of Cups, just remember on Monday, with the, what is it, the Wild Unknown, I believe, deck, where we had the two cats, and I was saying, like, you know, this is a justice, you know, so I felt like balance was being restored. I felt it because their tails were intertwined. I got that yin and yang energy, just things fitting together. But the deck's definition was saying, making a decision, you know, to think about not only yourself, but think about how it affects others and how it will affect everybody in the future. So definitely keep that in mind, not to rush into things. So we're starting with the moon, illusion, the unconscious, mystery, deception, uncertainty, dreams, and decision. Reduces to 9 the number of tension and realization. So with the moon shining the light on the situation, nothing can hide. We were talking about that in the full moon forecast. Ugly truths coming to the surface. And the indigenous culture had a very major ugly truth that has been known for a very long time. Definitely comes to light when you, if you're a person that, is in charge of your child's curriculum, to see that history, reading about the ugly history. Like, we definitely learned about that this year, with Halifax and, the things that have transpired. But it's just it's how they want to portray it. And it's we don't have the residential school, as far as I've read with the children so far. That history needs to be put in there. That is a part of our history. And I think it's enough is enough. Enough with the whitewashing of history. Let's sit there and actually tell the truth for what it is. Dark and disgusting as it is, we need to be appreciative of what this country is built on. A lot of ugly truths. Not only was the indigenous culture pillaged, but also Halifax, where the Afro-Canadians came in and they built their own town, and then these entitled people come in and bulldoze it to the ground. It's enough is enough. I definitely feel our children need to know the whole truth. You may feel confused, disappointed, or disillusioned. Emotions run high. You sense the need for decision, which feels like a great risk. Vulnerability, as vulnerable as you are, ask your intuition to guide you forward and discern what is a real option and what may be fantasy. Excuse me. When you do this, you may discover the true path and work where you were meant to do. Dreams, philosophy. I feel it's your real truth when they're sitting there saying you're seeking, definitely with the Temperance card, we're seeking our angels and our guides. And I feel what they're highlighting there is are you asking, I had asked my angel, about a certain situation, and I'm waiting for the answers for that. But it's just like they said, do you really want to hear the truth? A lot of times it's you can't handle the truth, or you're not ready to hear the truth. I feel when we ask those questions, we kind of have an idea what's going on, but it's are you ready to hear that truth? Because it may be heartbreaking. It may rock you to your core. So we have the 3 of Spears. Travel, action, manifestation, success, quirkiness. So again, the 3 of Spears and the 4 of Spears, definitely reminiscent of each other. You're very close to your destination. Your wish is manifesting now. The 3 reveals success and self-expression. So dreams begin to take form. A new project, romance, or trip materializes, and the work can be also predict a wedding. An additional interpretation is celebrating uniqueness through creative projects, sports, letting that quirky talent shine. So definitely, when we go to the 4 of Spears next, we have Pride, we have Father's Day, we have birthdays, anniversaries, celebrating that summer vacation. So I definitely feel where where they're showing me the corn, and it's you see all their fruits hanging on this beautiful altar for the marriage, for the wedding altar. I feel definitely a lot of fruit. Your future will be fruitful, because we have the couple here, and they're walking towards this altar. So they're walking towards their future, and funny enough, they're this person is looking out on their future. So maybe this is where they see is asking someone to marry them, and going forward into that future, because they're this is what I want my future to look like. Going to the 4 of Spears, establish, reward, love, friendship, celebration. So we have the 9 of Cups. So love is very possible here. But definitely, again, think about how this decision will not only affect yourself, but others. If you are a single parent having children. And I definitely feel that's more apparent as we move forward because of what has transpired in 2020 and 2021 where there was a lot of loss. So, and there's continues to be a lot of loss. So it's just like, some people, it's like they move on right away. And some people, it takes years to heal those wounds. Like, that's like, some people are actually, they don't have that legal binding commitment of a marriage with a document, but it definitely is that relationship in a whole. The 4 symbolizes celebration, reward for your work in a relationship, or a declaration of love. This card also favors friendships and group activities. You have more settled in your career and home life. There's also a scene of childlike freedom that comes with this card. So you may return to your childhood place or home, or find a dream property. And, I had mentioned that, like, someone that I've been reading for, and I said, like, they're saying spring. We're about to hit summer, and I was getting like, oh my goodness, like, we're almost there. Like, I know sometimes the timelines get boggled down with what happened 2021, and it's just like, to see it come full circle, I'm so happy. Like, honestly, like, I can't think of someone more deserving, So, if you are looking for a dream property, I definitely feel like I said, when, we were talking about with Mercury retrograde, a lot of things coming full circle. The 9 of Cups promises ideal invitations, romantic and idealistic. The night may enchant you. So this card can also show the possibility of new love. The knight loves being the lover. So, like, very much the Lover's card, very much the 2 of Cups card is what I'm seeing. Equally, you may project onto him or her the dreamy qualities you ideally want. Wait before you commit. So wait before you commit. So twice this week, we were told to wait before we commit. So definitely taking the time it deserves to nourish a relationship. My best girlfriend, they were courting for 6 years. And engagement, they finally got married. And it's like, moving in together. But she knew him from before. But it's still like taking the time and the energy and, realizing he is the King of Cups. Through and through. Every time she tells me all these things he does for her, I'm just like, my heart is just like, oh. I'm like, oh my gosh, I fall in love with him more and more every time she tells me. I'm like, I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy that she's found that person that just is there for her. It's just, that's like the best thing you could see for your best friend, is to see them just, that ultimate happiness, that happily ever after. So the 4 of coins, and this is where I'm saying, like, releasing those fears. Fear, worry, doubt. A lot of us are dealing with insecurities, but I love what I read on IG where it's like, if it triggers you, you need to heal it. I feel like we're always constantly evolving and learning and changing things about ourselves so we can get to, being mindful. And this is where, they're talking about this materialism is coming in. We keep getting that. Even with the 3 of coins talks about that materialism coming in. 4 of coins is the same thing. He's sitting pretty. So definitely sitting there saying, like, your foundation is stronger. You're sitting on a solid foundation. But I definitely feel like it's patience. Because, when they're in a seated position, it's definitely patience as we move forward. Right? But I feel like they're saying it's becoming more stable. There's knockings of this. I definitely feel like, all this week Spirit has given us little tidbits to keep holding on. As, like, Mercury retrograde, we're on the 10th. So, excuse me. 11 days to go. 12 days to go. Improvements, money, security, materialism. So we keep getting this. Like yesterday we got the 10 of Pentacles. Hard work brings benefits. You feel satisfied with what you have. You might gain permanent employment, invest in a new home or business, or otherwise find financial security. So this is where you're feeling that insecurity and they're telling you to release it. There's things coming in that's going to give you that security. There's an alternative meaning to this card, however, which is an overprotective, materialistic attitude. Value what you had, but don't cling to the coin. So definitely don't sit there and trade in your family. We're talking about that childlike energy. So it's like, embrace that time with your children. We know they're only this age for so long. So don't forget, to invest into your family by sitting there, spending time with them and, watching movies, playing board games, like, sitting out in the sun, doing things as a family. So our last card is Temperance. Balance, adjustment, resources, guides, choices, moderation, reconciliation. So remember we were saying, like, full circle. So someone from your past may come back in your life and there's that reconciliation. So it reduces down to 5 the number of tests, adjustment, and choices. You may be managing a huge workload, balancing budgets, or negotiating with demanding people. Carefully assess your priorities. You will get the balance right. So twice, with the 4 of coins and temperance, like cautioning that, taking that time. I feel like that childlike energy as well. Like, even though they're talking about visiting an old home, I feel like, those, doing those things that put a big smile on your face, making it a priority. Give others what they need in reasonable moderation, but conserve your energy too. Make time to schedule plans and care for your own needs. Overall, the caller asks you to readdress whatever is out of kilter, connecting with guides and angels. So, but they're saying being conservative with your energy. Give others what they need in reasonable moderation. So it's just like everybody's in a different season in life. So it's just like, maybe one of your friends is doing amazing, where I said, like, my friend just came full circle on a huge thing that happened for her yesterday. The other one's going through, full circle on a situation that, is the tower moment. So it's just watching what you do. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, June 10th, 2021. Enjoy the solar eclipse. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.